Guys, I'm not sure if I want to pursue a career in teaching yet, because right now I'm currently major in psychology. However, if I was to become a teacher, this would be my teaching approach. I will be using an integrative teaching approach as I write on my previous paper. Then as for my philosophy of education, I will be focused primarily on epistemology and axiology. Epistemology because it's focused on how do we acquire knowledge and how do we know what we know. This, I think, it will help the student um, like learn that it's not just the teacher, whatever the teacher said is true. It will force them to critical thinking and see like, oh, we use scientific evidence and therefore we know that's what fact. Just an example. And then as for the axiology, its primarily focus will be on values and ethics. So I would definitely have my own personal values, which will influence how I teach the student because it's what driven me to believe what's the best for the student. And then I think that these two educational philosophy work hand in hand because really work well with the integrative approach, which is integrating real life problem into the classroom to help the student better comprehending the reading materials or topic that was discussed in class. And then as for teaching in the classroom, I will be focused on progressivism and social reconstructionism. As for the progressivism, this is emphasized on real world problem solving and individual development. And this really, I think, is really tied back really well to the my philosophy of education. And then as for the social constructs, it's focused on the problem in the society. So I don't think I will focus much on the critical problem in the society, but I will try my best to integrating problems in the society that are relevant or related to the current class topic or chapters. And then, as I said earlier, this will help the student visualize the impact, how important it is. Education can help them, um, so like they can use it in real life to benefit them. And then, as for technology, this is a really interesting one because I think it's really difficult to ignore because of the world that we are living in right now. Even right now for this course, it is 100% online, which I have to use technology. So I don't think that there is a point to deny the student access to technology. Instead, I will help them use it to their advantage, such as using it to search for current issue in the society and then use it to deliver information like right now. And I can also use them to communicate between teacher and student via email. Then lastly, culture is a really big factor in education as well. As we discussed earlier in class this semester, there's a lot of unfairness and equity problems related to cultures and like stereotype to certain group, ethnic group, or like color tones, the skin color. And I definitely agree that teachers should view students as individuals rather than identifying them as their culture or skin color or their background. Um, But I also think that teachers should be aware of the cultural backgrounds, because that will also benefit the teacher to better make connection with the student. For example, in the book, they talk about a boy named Ted Chung, and then basically the author said that was unwise to conclude that he doesn't speak out in class because of his cultural background. And I think that instead, if you take cultural background into account, but not see them as individual, but just to know the cultural background. Then, for example, if not speaking out in class does not mean that the student is not learning. It can be just simply mean that he or she is being modest. As you know, in Asian culture, modesty is a big role. Yeah, I think that's it. So for my teaching, I think like a day to day basis would be when I start a class. When the class start, I will try to recall what learned from yesterday by having them talking to their peers or get into groups. Um, if the classroom is very quiet, it might mean that they didn't learn much or there was stuff from previous lesson that they didn't really understand, and it will give me a chance to revisit and help them better understand it. And if they went smoothly, that means they get it, and then we can move on. That's basically it. Okay, thank you guys.